All right, very well done, 188 students. You pretty much finished the getting started module. You did the items that you needed to do with regard to being in class and getting your email response and your practice assignment and your introduction all squared away. So now it's time to review. Very important that we get all the ideas back, particularly in a 188 class, because we're going to basically be doing college algebra on steroids and talking about, are some very essential trigonometric functions that all boils down to your understanding of functions and the algebra and the fractional work and everything about that. So we're going to take some time to review all that material. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen, catch up with you guys. Right. So here's our class, and you guys are currently in the review module. All right. So again, hopefully this opens up very good. So our practice review module, again, like any module you're going to see in this class, usually has an overview page where you'll get an overview of the module itself, some video lessons, right? In this case, there's 3 pages of video lessons. I have some homework sets for you to practice, and then a discussion board for you to ask questions, all right? And so there's basically what this college algebra review module looks like. And let me go ahead and get into the nuts and bolts of it. All right, so in this overview page, here's the video that you're currently watching. But right below it, what I have are, we have 3 things we need to review. There's function items we have to review, what I call abstract function review, and then a review of right triangles and Pythagorean theorems. I also have some suggested dates for you to have these completed so that you can bring your questions to class. We can discuss them, we can talk about them, and you guys can get ready for our first test, which is just on Tuesday, September 3rd. All right. I also want to make it clear that I will not be doing a formal lecture over this material. It's a review. It should be review throughout the next couple of weeks. You should be having a lot of aha moments. So make sure you're diving into it and getting all this stuff back because we're going to need it. All right. But let me go ahead and kind of show you what's going to happen here. So let me go ahead and upload the function review. Come on. There we go. All right. And the function review, when you look at it, the first page is basically the page I gave you in our first day of class when I kind of gave you guys a short quiz, if you would, and I collected it for attendance purposes. But there's another copy of it, but you can see there's 2 other pages of our function review. All right, going over x-intercepts and domains and horizontal asymptotes and being able to graph functions with without a calculator is really important. Solving equations and systems and stuff like that. So lots of stuff to remember of our review. Of course, if you look at the other one, right, the abstract function review. Come on, load up. Right, the abstract function review even has more. Again, you'll understand why I call this abstract when I talk about it, but you'll notice the functions aren't clearly defined, right? I'm just referring to this f of x and giving you some data about this f of x. So that's what makes this a little bit different as opposed to the last one, right? Where the functions, right, are clearly defined, right? F of x is x plus 3. G of x is x squared minus 3x. So that's what I call not abstract, as opposed in this one, right? We're just told, you know, uh, what f of x is or p of x is, and we really don't know what they're defined to be, but I'm still supposed to answer questions on them. So I call that kind of an abstract function review. So you really have to understand your functions and what's happening transformally. And then last but not least, right? Oops, wrong class. There's a review on right triangles and the Pythagorean identity. All right. And so again, we go over that, what is the Pythagorean theorem? How does it apply? Some special situations that'll be important for us later on. All right. So basically your next move after seeing that, right, is to go to the next page. And if you want to treat them like a lecture, if you would, right, what I basically have are videos where I walk you through all the problems, right, on the review. So here's all the videos for the function review that I gave you. On that note, let me go ahead and click on them. When you click on them and go, right, if they look a little blurry or distant or choppy, right, there's that little gear sign that I've mentioned, and you can look at the quality. So right now I have it at 1080, but sometimes you might see it at 360, right? And it'll get really blurry, all right? You can't really tell from there, but easy to change. Just hit the gear sign, up the quality to 1080, and everything should be really nice for you, all right? But what I'm hoping is you'll do is you'll watch this and have a lot of aha moments, get a lot of the college algebra back, and then it's also for you a good way to listen to my voice. How do I explain things? Do you like the way that I explain things? That it makes sense? Because that's what's going to happen when we officially get going here in my flipped classroom. The lessons are going to be on videos, and you basically fill in the guided notes. So this is going to give you a really good feel how that's going to feel. Well, you also get the function review. So there's the function review. I also have some videos of the abstract function concepts. So again, you listen to my voice in answering the questions and all my explanations of why the answers are becoming their answers, as well as a third page where I go over all the right triangle Pythagorean theorem. So hopefully after listening to me talk, listening to my voice, going over the problems for you, you're going to have a lot of aha moments and say, yeah, I remember this, or I remember doing that, or I don't remember this. I better ask the question, right? So if you press next, what I next have are a bunch of homework sets for you. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of looking this. This is like the wrong one, but I think you guys, no, this is the right one. Right. So again, I'm referencing a textbook still, even though I haven't gotten, rid of it totally. But in R1, you're basically getting a review of solving equations and inequalities. Right. And so if I double clicked on that, come on, download for me. There you go. Sorry, my internet's so slow, or maybe I pressed on it too much. There it is, right? So there's your review homework. So there's solving equations and how to solve equations. So there's a lot of problems here, solving inequalities. All right, so on and on. The next one, right, is about graphing equations. All right. So again, a big robust set about graphing equations, working your way around our XY plane, some ideas with circles. We'll need all this stuff, all right, going forward. Let me do one more because I think you guys get the gist. R3 is about functions. So, right, when you open up that homework set, right, there's all the function stuff. All right, answering questions about functions. Oh, and one thing I forgot, what I also did is I have an instructor guy text. So all your answers are over here to the left in blue. I should have noticed that happening. There's all your answers, and there's all your answers. Okay, so there's your review. Do as much as you can again to get all these ideas back. All right, our first test again is Tuesday, September 3rd, to make sure you got it. All right, if you press next, what you're going to run to is our review discussion board. Obviously, this is a lot of material. I'm going to really try to do as much as I can in class to help you with your questions, but we only meet twice a week. So here's your discussion board where you can post a question. I encourage you to post a picture of your work. Let us know where you're at. If you don't understand why an answer in the homework set is the answer, whatever the case might be, post it here. The rest of you, I encourage you to help each other out, all right? Because I'm only one person, all right? And if somebody can answer somebody's question before I arrive, please do so, all right? You'd be amazed how smart you guys are, right? And it's really cool when another student helps another person. There's a lot of confidence building that goes on. And of course, I'll make sure I swoop in and either handle and address the question on the discussion board myself, or I'll actually bring it up in class and we'll use it as kind of a discussion point that we do in class, so I make any clarifications. Right, and that should be, I believe, yeah, the end of your of the review discussion board. Yeah, there's the calendar of what we have. All right, so again, let me go back to modules, and there's your review. Again, our review module. Your job now is to start watching videos, kind of acting like it's your guided notes, if you would, and get used to this environment while you get some review done. And let me also just point out again, this is all you're going to get. I'm not going to formally lecture in class. I might give a little mini lecture here if there's a overall class misunderstanding on something, but this is stuff that you have to get down, stuff that you have to understand, and that I expect you to know going forward. If you struggle, right, if the class conversations aren't going well, if the videos aren't going well, the homework isn't going well, if you fail test number 1, that's a good indication that you're not ready for Math 188. And you might want to go back and retake 151 or go and take it, since some of you might have skipped that step. I just don't know where we're all at. We're going to kind of figure that all out. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop sharing and sign out for the moment. You guys have a lot of work to do. Bring your questions to class, put them on the discussion board, email me, whatever the case might be. Let's get this review done. Let's get all our college algebra ideas back. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.